So, final battle. Well, probably. Death Knight removal. Send Death Knight back into the fold. Looks like a minor map that leads to that void spiral.
This must be it. The first garden.
Astarte won't be far off now.
The dwelling of the gods. Gadzooks, comrade. It's
What's this?
beautiful.
I found something.
This place is more ancient than the gods themselves.
What could possibly be worthwhile in
Tread
this
upon the
place?
first turfs of time.
Age-old jewelry.
Now to save these precious grounds from the villainy of the void.
I actually could
We
use...
ought to keep Leandra's wand at the ready.
Her army of death knights can't be far off now.
Yeah, can you do the identification, please? That way I don't have to switch equipment. It was yellow ring. Fire resistance, water resistance, air resistance, it's a good resistant ring. Do we have... yeah, it's... Basically I just want to look, does someone have terrible rings? Strength and movement. Strength and movement. We don't need nearly this much strength. Same time, we don't exactly need the resistances either. That's a lot of Death Knights. There are 20 of them. Molten, Frozen, Death, Corruption, Death, level 11. You have to actually use the plastic thing though, they are vulnerable.
Eternal silence awaits you.
You can use this twice.
Death is its own deliverance.
I want to get rid of the range fighters.
Time of your death is at hand.
And we're level 20. Who wants to start raising attributes? What matters? I think speed, basically, so we can do more actions. And here, nothing but defense. They'll probably come after me. The rest of the group just has to protect Roderick. Why are you running there?
We need you at your best, my friend.
Yeah, but why did you run there? You just create more problems. Invulnerable. Yeah. What the fuck was your plan?
Your armors will not save you.
Ooh, Death Knight's Bane. She can remove their invulnerability. Right. We literally can't do anything really to them. We need to just act,
Dissolve to
boys.
shadow!
Block their access. I could use summon creature scrolls too, I suppose. But I don't really care. Physical blocks. Ice Ball. We're gonna put a heal on him. Dora has the best physical defenses, so I want her to be here blocking things. Well, I could try to take down the Death Knight.
Victory shall be ours.
That one probably can't do much. As long as they're doing the bopping thing using special abilities, then we're fine. It's just a waste of action points really. They did disable Roderick though, so I can't take them down in a quick manner now. Raise him up, please. Or remove the invulnerability, that would be great too. No? Nothing of the sort. We can kill one of them. Yeah, just give me more speed, I think. Defense points. I can get one improved. Probably willpower. Much more annoying to get stuck by those. Then what? The rest doesn't make a difference. Vulnerable, invulnerable, invulnerable, invulnerable. I suppose I could try to summon creature of some sort. We have the scrolls for it. Any kind of a distraction. Yeah, summon spider.
There is no escaping the spider's kiss.
We're going to go with the mass heal, I think. There's really not all that much I can do. So we need to go here. It's key that we block them here. We can handle the damage better than anyone else can, so try to just tank it. Weakening spider bite. It doesn't really matter what we do, just as long as we exist here, so it's tougher on them. Yeah, magic is not. Ooh, what the fuck is this? Some weird thing is happening.
I shall not triumph. Your grave opens to welcome you.
Okay, I'm not sure what.
Into the fray once more.
What was going on there?
Into the fray once more. Into the fray once more.
What Tenebrium?
Sigurd's beard, what a fight!
I still want to
Back on my
identify
feet
these.
again.
As good as a new penny.
Looks like Tenebrium weapon at least. It's a solid one. Knockdown and stun effect too. It's not like I can do much about Tenebrium 4 required to use it though. Level 20. Intellect by resistance tornado. Tenebrium wand. I'm sort of wary about those because do we need to do Tenebrium damage too? Is it important that we can do it? Also, there's a lot of Tenebrium resistance being thrown our way. Second full Tenebrium wand. Plus 3 speed. I suppose that's one place to spend your points. A wand. Minor damage boosts only though. I'd rather take the defensive abilities, thanks. Willpower especially. Medora. I think with her we could. We still couldn't get Tenebrium 4 no matter what we wanted. Might be an artificial way to boost Tenebrium by a single point though. No, I don't think so. At the same time, it's not like I have points for anything else either, so might as well. Okay. We'll see where it goes. It's not like this has a magical amount of Tenebrium damage anyway, 30 to 40 points, while it has 50 to 70 points. So, yeah. This was clearly, again, another warm-up fight, nothing particularly tough about it. Could be hidden treasures here and there, but again, at this point, what does it matter? We have only one serious fight left, and this equipment seems to be still generic equipment. That's not in any way really relevant to it. Why bother? It's too late to start giving out something that standard stuff anymore. That time is over the moment you enter this place. Right.
Always nice to see a friendly face in a strange place, ain't it?
Yeah, what are you doing here?
Me? I'm just here to enjoy the show and make a sale or two, on the off chance that all this is still here tomorrow.
Makes sense. I suppose this makes sense if you are sort of forced here in accidentally. Like I sort of was, but only because the dialogue that you sort of have with your main characters, and you have two options, have always before this point been about choosing are you gonna go with some kind of a one of those two options, bold or timid, romantic or pragmatic or things like that. But in this one instance it was actually just a choice, do you want to proceed further automatically or not. I'm somewhat interested in maybe two-handed weapons, but that's about it. It's not like I have a chance to upgrade it either, so it would have to be very very good. Tenebrium Dagger. This is a good one, damage wise. Yeah, this would be all nice if I also had a chance to actually upgrade things. And I need a lot of luck picking at this point. Yeah, it's just they're fine equipment pieces. It's too little, too late. Blacksmithing. What? I can't blacksmith anything without proper equipment. I suppose this has 61 armor, which is respectable. There's some gloves anyway. They always look like shoes to me. Like the colored section in the upper right corner of the icon is where you put your shoes in. Shoes on. Legs in. Metal bracers. Potentially Medora, I suppose, could use them. But I don't care. It doesn't make enough of a difference for me to give a shit.
Best of luck to...
But I appreciate the fact that it's there. If you still want to do something, it basically guarantees more or less that you have a chance to finish things, because you can't go back. You can only move forward. So, although usually you have sort of a test fight. So if you can defeat that, you can defeat the boss. Greed. God box.
My guardians, my fallen friends arisen. Let us stand together. Hear the clapping of hear the voiceless voice. The void approaches. Look, the dragon. The dragon. Stand by me. Stand together.
I sort of thought it would have been bigger. Minions. Void Wonders, void this, void that. On level 20. Are they actual summoned creatures? Yep. Probably just drop 2 of them immediately. I would imagine he keeps resummoning them though. I'm not sure how worthwhile that is. 1000 hit points. What's that? I wonder if we should do something with the god bugs. This probably has multiple stages. Like 3 melee maybe, don't know. That's probably a caster, that's another caster. Whisper looks like it's the most dangerous one. Or most annoying one rather, I suppose. We need a decoy to entertain the void dragon at least, in theory.
Fires of hell welcome you.
Well, I'm glad someone welcomes me. I sort of want these guys to be here. They'll keep the NPCs from rushing the void dragon.
Speed is of the essence.
Accidental misclick. Well, intentional misclicks are rare, aren't they? But exploding shapes are annoying because they move back and forth. Right. Thinking of maybe bring a big heal now. But only once per combat. Yeah, probably shouldn't start now. Okay. I want a distraction. I think that's the most important thing. Because getting rid of these, or at least putting things in a manageable spot, is not going to be an easy thing. I need someone to basically die against the void dragon. That's played out of 5. That isn't. Let's take a look at these. Respectable damage, weakness to earth. On the use tenebrium or air here apparently. something. What about you? Don't use the Inebrium. I don't think we need to get rid of one of the Watchers, otherwise Astartes might have to take a huge amount of damage.
Do not despair, Guardians. We will overcome this evil.
Each of our strikes will heal it, because we have 32 Inebrium damage. How the fuck do you target that?
No glory in this death.
Astartes seems to be a support caster too. Try to block his easy access to Astartes. Murdering. What do we want to do? As long as these guys are here, I don't think we want to try to do any kind of evil thing on the Poet Dragon. Let's go for another summon. Use them to hold the Poet Dragon in place while others. He seems to be surrounded by electricity anyway, so I think there's a good chance you'll ask it stun if you go anywhere near there. I wonder if I could use oil on it. But it's already next to Astartes, so it won't matter too much. I might be able to petrify his ass. Too horrible. Save your points. Do about 2,000 points of damage.
In your case, I doubts.
Away, damn sister. The void is too strong for you. Let your heart freeze to death.
Yeah, the sister started to cause trouble. Sure how big of a problem that's gonna be. I don't see it being a massive problem no matter what. I can mute her or something like that just to keep her out of doing too much damage. Alright. I would have hoped to use these on the void, but whatever. Silence. Now.
Fight on, Guardians! The end is nigh!
Capitator is running under here. Right. I'm guessing the Soul Forge Sister is going to fluctuate between the two forms. So she's not just going to be evil here all the time. So I'm not too worried about her as long as we just keep her out of trouble for her. This one we do need to get rid of.
Victory shall be ours!
Has damage bonuses. That's something I can't really deal with.
Who's laughing now?
1000 points of damage. Heal 400. That one, he's dead. We just need to deal with the other void launcher.
Ancient as the rocks, you are impenetrable. Best offense relies on good defense.
Victory shall be ours!
Stunned! I don't think we have all that much choice here anymore, but just get in there. Might buff ourselves a little bit, but make more of an impact on a single turn instead of just trickling in there slowly. Any more scrolls? Summon spell would be very useful here, but right now. Once we could lower his resistances and life, we could pummel a lot of master spells on him too. There, we can use them, maybe even two in a single turn per person. Summon wood. Right. It doesn't matter what it is, as long as it sucks up some there in this attack. I think I'll stay here. No, I need protection from stun if I can manage that. Nice. I'll start moving toward the dragon. Don't want to get too close. We do need to get closer. Also, flank the son of a bitch. I only get a single hit in no matter what, so
No glory in this death.
no glory indeed. We can start moving closer to where we need to be. I can't rush him, so I do have to actually run next to him. I can probably haste my ass or do something to make it better for us. We're not doing much damage, but really good chance.
We're not despair, Guardians. We will overcome this evil.
I grant you my strength. This fight isn't over yet, Guardian.
Thanks for the heal.
Take from me the swiftness of winds.
Yeah, the sisters aren't not big enough of a problem for me to try to kill her. Two summons. Get that. Oh, they're doing a lot of elemental attacks now. That's not actually a problem. Bit about bad on the location part of the Reapers. They seem to be much more fragile than the previous patch, but I don't want to go in there. I need to do something.
Cloak and dagger.
What to do? Next turn I'll start to rebuff the Void Dragon. Earth weakness. Air and Tenebrium cannot be used. What's your stat?
Spirits of Rivellon, aid me.
Right. I'll close for the soul sap. Main willpower is still in cooldown. You're definitely within soul sap range. Good. But lower resistances. Fire, earth, air, water, oil. So, a little bit closer, please. Save your points. These guys are not damaging enough for me to really worry about. I can't exactly ignore them either because they probably are gonna try to cause trouble for me. Can do about 1000 points of damage, so they're not totally irrelevant. Same with her.
I feel. Open your eyes. See beyond the void. Let my power embrace you.
We're going to have to do some kind of mass heal or wipe some of these guys out. Single attack. How about a taunt? Not gonna work on you, is it? Yes, indeed. Okay. Healing potions. We need slower willpower on that. Because it's the key to getting the rest of the debuffs to stick. Also, scrolls are cheaper to use than spells, so if you have something decent on a scroll, a bit of time to use it. Earthquake might not be bad. 5 points for a decapitator. This only affects enemies after all, but if the oil surfaces are not something I'm looking forward to. Yeah, I think we want these. Couldn't do much. Defense rating is going down, so it's easier to hit, but he's still going to take more damage, so it doesn't sort of matters too much. Okay, Scarlet is on management duty to get rid of the nasty pieces of crap harassing us here. We could teleport some of them away. They're fairly cheap to use. They also deal crushing damage. That's not gonna help too much. That one might be a different story.
Easy does it.
We'll leave the Void Dragon for the summon features and Dora for now. someone's got to take care of these. There could be more on the way too.
That ought to hurt.
Speed is of the essence.
My door up off, please.
Feeling hot
Thank
under
you.
the collar.
Right, John. Got that ending special going for now. But we're going to go heal. Not sure which one. I don't know. We only really need to heal one guy. Let's heal all hands. So bottle would be cheaper than actual easier.
I needed that.
Right, we need to make the boy dragon vulnerable to other things if at all possible. Take out the desecration. Souls. Curse and weakness. Forward resistances. So minus everything but Tenebrim can be used. And I think I'll save the rest of the points. I could also swap a character, swap a summon creature out and move a fighter in. But I don't think so. These guys do have to be actually dealt with somehow. But anything I can do with 2 points. Could have used destroy summon on a scroll. So we could easily just take out those. Right, I'll save my points. Right, this is got to hurt. I'm still going to try to cripple it first because it will provide a damage box, I think. Oh, wrong ability. Well, shit. Anything you can do with scrolls? I would summon a creature. I don't think that's a terrible bad idea either. We really have nothing to use, and it's fairly cheap to do. Other would be extra distractions, always possible. Leaves me with enough points to heal too. I don't have enough points to attack. Right, these guys won't survive the next turn, so as long as we tank them this turn, we'll be fine. Right, so now as the other sister has taken good timing too, this frees me to do attacks with the board dragon. We have no trouble on the defensive front, we're getting buffed. We can go full on the attack, and the boy dragon is gonna be in a bad situation for maybe a turn or two. So we'll just pile up the damage. Three magical projectiles. This works. Piece of crap. But his fire resistance should go further down. Okay. What exactly do we want to do? Are you still hasted? Warm, but I don't think... yeah, hasted. Right. Make sure he can actually... nah, give it over.
I cannot endure this fiery agony.
I need to make sure the Void Dragon doesn't have a chance to generate or anything like that, so I need to stop that. And at the moment it'll probably stick for some time too. So there's no sudden surprises where it just heals itself to full and will start the next stage or something ridiculous. Yeah, fighting against these is pointless, they're both dead already. Have blindness yet, so I'm more interested in doing damage.
That's it. You're nearly there.
Yeah, the Void Weavers are not a threat to anyone anymore.
Rises against you.
Can definitely leave them to these. They probably all kill each other too. Okay. I'm not quite sure what debuffs it still has. We more or less want to pile things on top of it. I think it is using the... still has lowered willpower. Want to do damage, but we don't really have a way to do more damage. I'm guessing a summoned creature. How easy it is to forget what you were supposed to do. Where are my destroyed summoned creatures?
The time of your death is at hand.
We could use another summon or something similarly powerful. Does it still have soul sap? Yeah, for this turn. Not seeing anything particularly interesting like the root's way. We've chosen the melee way to take him out, so I can't really blast with my bigger spells. First level. Sure. This side. I'll throw in the mass heal at this point, although it's not necessary. I don't actually have the points to do it. Be slow. Make his day the worst. Really can't do anything. He's vulnerable to everything. so much competition to kill it, it's hard to actually target it. Yeah, this is coming to an end. I need to use other attacks that I'm doing. Rock damage heals it. Is that it? Save! I don't want to fight this again.
It is over. The void has been caged inside the God Box, and you have put an end to the battle I was designed by your enemies to lose. The taint has gone. A new dawn breaks. Pure is the source that courses through me. Immaculate. Let us absolve the word. Unsullied is all source anew. And I see that one stands by you. One that would benefit from the source's cleansing. Oh, Ikara, most radiant soul, let me soothe your ill-starred soul forge and banish all that is Leandra forever.
Leandra, my sister, my soul, she is gone. She chose her fate and I could not protect her from it. I wasn't strong enough. She is truly gone. Her soul was lost, so deeply lost. And I could not save her, no matter how much I willed it so. I know not where her soul might rest, but I hope she is at peace now. Somewhere she can do no more harm.
At peace, yes, so she is. That much I can promise you. Her life is at an end, but her journey is not. And you are free from the burden that is her troubled soul.
Thank you, Astarte, sweet spirit. Through Source, I shall serve you.
My champions, my gratitude is yours. All of us fell low once, but look how we have all reascended.
So, where do we go from here?
That, my friend, is a hard question to answer. But we have somewhere to go, and in that your victory lies condensed. We stand at the brink of a new age and a new universe that even the cowering gods thought the fancy of fools. More fool then, for distrusting you, guardians, you deliverers of time and space. For myself, I will remain here to cleanse and renew the first garden. Source shall flow wholesomely again, a blessing upon all the well-willing creatures of all the beauteous realms. And you I absolve of your guardian duty. You have kept the watch long, and kept it well, but even longer shall be your lives, and happy if I can make them so. The only two beings you'll be, who can freely come to this garden and bask in the splendor of the Source restored. The only two beings you'll be, who will share the privilege of gods. But first I will let you settle your business on Rivellon. So let me take you home, to the place where it all began.
Source Hunter Academy. Why am I here? There's some kind of twist still coming up. I don't think so. It would be bad for storytelling.
Welcome back. You won't believe all the stories we've
Welcome
heard
back.
about you.
You won't believe all the stories we've heard about you.
Here, Doc.
Wow, wow. Look what the cat wizard dragged in.
Oh, it smells wonderful, doesn't it, my friend? Rivellon. Home again. Long have we travelled, side by side. Now here we stand at the end of our adventure, into a wilderness I never imagined. I will return to Home Forest. I know not what I'll find there now, but I will sing our story from every cave and clearing, and perhaps Jarrett will return someday. Come visit someday, won't you? I know Mother would love to meet you. Oh, don't worry. You're not grisly enough for her taste.
I guess this talk to your companions like a epic world of sorts.
To think the Academy was but a hair's breadth away from being blinked out of existence.
If you'd asked during our student years, I would have told you to let the Void's will be done.
Oh, comrade, our reputations have galloped over far before we did. Old Captain Wartress won't believe half of what I told him, or so he says. He won't admit it, but he's giddier than a schoolgirl to see you again. Well, comrade, someone's got to teach these pups about going toe-to-toe against the dark forces of Rivellon. Reckon yours truly's up to the job. For every bag of bones they shot down, another would worm its way out and cleanse it.
Well, well, well. Look who's finally back. Were you out hunting Source, or finding yourself in Youthall Gore? So, out with it then. Who killed Councillor Jake?
Murder of Consul Jake. That's quite a long story.
Well, we've heard the rumors. Source cult this and end of time that. The recruits may buy it hook, line, and sinker, but I've been on the farm long enough to know a tall tale when I hear one. I'll expect to find all the details in your report, Hunter. But first, you've got visitors. The kind I don't like to see loitering around Academy headquarters. Clear them out, and then get to writing.
Did you happen to catch their names?
Do I look like your secretary? Go on. They're just inside.
Cat was there, obviously. Kara. Arhu. Zendalore.
Not a bad place you've got here, Guardian. Not bad at all. Though I don't know if that sourpuss of a captain realizes you were all that stood between him and certain doom. Perhaps I can rustle up a nice charming elixir to soften that scowl of his.
Now, I'm sure after all they've faced, our heroes can handle the likes of him. How are you faring?
Never been better. We've defeated a force of great destruction and saved all of the realm from oblivion.
That you have, dear Guardian. And Rivellon will remain forever in your debt. Wherever you may go, you can cast your eyes about you and know that all you see continues to exist because of you.
Okay, where will you do... what will you do now? Where will you go?
I will return to Lacula. Leandra left a veritable legion of sorcerers in her wake, and they'll need guidance now that Source has been cleansed. I'm certain most will be delighted to learn they need not slaughter rabbits, or worse, to secure Source's blessings. And as for the rest, well, all these recruits will need something to do, won't they?
And you, Zendalore?
A wizard's work is never done, Source Hunter. I know not what the future holds, but I'll wait for it at my leisure with a pipe and a good book. And on a more personal note, I'm not entirely sure things are hopeless between Akara and I. I know she's angry now, but...
For God's sakes, I'm standing right here. And the answer is, never again. Not for all of Gungear's gold.
We'll see.
I do so hope we'll meet again, Guardian. Aiding you on this journey has been the finest privilege I can fathom.
Your health and happiness, Guardian. And thank you.
Source Hunter, how I rejoice at your return. I may not have scurried through the first garden myself, but thundering tomcats, I can vividly imagine the terrible battle you fought and won in that starry realm. Leandra is dead. It had to be. Astarte is free. The Void Dragon enclosed anew and forever. So few people know that thanks to you and only you, they draw happy breaths. That Zigzags writes with fervor still, and that the Weaver quietly weaves as if nothing ever happened. Your quest is over, Hunter, but your glory is endless. One day your story will be sung, and your very name whispered in reverence. How honored I am indeed to be a footnote in your tale.
Ego stroking a little bit. There's a scope there. What's the point of taking it? Anyone else we can talk to? I mean, is there a point to this? God.
So this is it then, your alma mater. About as big as my palace's kitchen used to be, but it's not devoid of a certain charm. Well have we deserved a moment of rest, I say, and these halls will serve as good as any. Once we have had some sleep, and in dreams revisited the gardens of our triumph, I will take my leave of you, Hunter, and take to the wilds anew. Hiraka eludes me still, but even a ghastly marvel such as she will surface given time. And time, as you know, is a concept I am utterly beyond. That said, you are welcome to join me, of course. Your companionship, after all, has not been without merit. But that is an adventure for another day. For now, let us fill our glasses and toast to a universe redeemed.
I'm definitely missing the guy who wanted to join the order. Wolfcraft.
Here I finally am. The Source Hunter Academy. I tell you, Governor, never in my wildest dreams would I have thought I'd actually get to see the old girl with my own two eyes. Not to mention I'm still pinching myself black and blue that I'm standing here a Source Hunter. Of course, I've you and only you to thank for that. So, cheers, Governor. Whiskey's on me. I, found a nice bottle down in the cellar.
Oh, you. But seriously, where do we go from here? The end.
So, this is it. After all we've discovered, after the battles we've won, I think it really is over. What do you suppose we should do now?
The Void may be caged, but the rest of the realm's villains remain. Rivellon has need of us yet.
Onward! Against any and all the realm's evils.
Fate the Black. Loading the end of time.
And thus the Guardians lived out the remainder of their mortal days. The end.
What? The end? But that's only the beginning. What did the Guardians do after that?
Well, if you really want to know, great friends were our saviors, but their preferences took them in very different directions. One set walking north, the other south. And when they met in the middle, they shared stories of their adventures over flagons of glow wine. Thus, they set out again and again, Rivellon's roving heroes.
And that's the end? That's it? That's all?
What more could you ask for, little imp? The void is contained, the goddess is freed, and the saviors have returned to Rivellon. What more could you ask for?
Okay, I'll try to keep this short and sweet. I don't have that much to say about this game. Overall, it's a good game. I think this could benefit from a little bit of fine-tuning. Like, let's take something like repairing items. What's the purpose of it? If you... I would like the game to move into one or two directions. If it actually serves a purpose, make the repair very easy to mechanically do. I mean, if it serves a game balancing purpose, there's still no point to let the player to individually click on items and repair and repair and repair. You could just try to repair everything you can with your skill. I mean, if it's for gameplay reasons. Alternatively, if it's for you to waste time, it doesn't need to exist. You could just take the item condition out of the game entirely. I mean, things like that, like, there's nothing major problems with it, but there's also, I fine-tune it to a direction you actually think you want to go. Either get rid of that shit, or make it so easy that it doesn't require the player time. It's easier to do. It's something that serves a purpose in the game. It's not supposed to waste the player's time out of game. Similar with the crafting, I feel like it's some kind of a fucking secret to try to use some of the recipes even after you read them. Like, it's also a mystery what type of skill levels you need and so forth, and I don't think that should be the case. It should be the entire purpose of the user interface in the crafting should be to make it easier for you to manage just a large number of crafting recipes and all that. So I feel like, again, work can be done there to improve things. So overall, still a good game, but I don't think this is a great game. It's good in. I don't want to diminish how good it is though, because it does some things better than I've seen any other game do, and I think that's the role play. This is terrible role playing game in the sense of playing a character in dialogues and things like that. But this is a great role-playing game in the sense that instead of the usual, you have to follow these exact breadcrumb trails to complete this problem or bypass it. You certainly have a problem, but there are multiple ways to get around that. The teleportation, special abilities, things like that. So you just need to figure out one way to get one thing done. And the game doesn't care how you do it. Do you use your telekinesis powers and move around objects? Do you sneak past the guardian statues? Do you destroy them? Do you use invisibilities, teleportation, move items to form the lock so they can't see you and trigger the traps, and so forth and so forth. You can disable the traps, many different type of characters, many different type of solutions. So it does well the other role-playing part, where you're presented with a situation and it's up to you to figure it out. And the game doesn't care. It doesn't try to funnel you to a certain solution the developer thought of. It just, if you can find a solution, no matter what it is, it's all good. So, in that sense, this is the best role-playing game of that type I've seen. Naturally, there's the benefit of the elemental system that you can build. The environment becomes an important part of the game and the combat. So another very excellent point on that. So while I say the game is just good, it's a mixture, I think, of mostly very good solid sections, couple of excellent points, especially with the environment and the sort of gaming role-playing aspects, but it has some very average parts too, like the itemization systems. It's just all randomly created rubbish. Role-playing options are piss poor. I hate the rock paper scissor dialogue persuasion system, but even the things that I think are mediocre or even bad, they're not nearly enough to downgrade my opinion of the game to something like above average. This is without a doubt a good game, bordering on great game. And if you would just fine tune things a little bit, develop them further, definitely a great game. This is a good game plus. I would like to immediately start a new game with different type of characters, maybe play differently and so forth. And that's always a very strong sign that the game has been good enough and it has longevity. There are multiple ways to get around things. I missed a lot of secrets, I think. We got to the ending by the tunnel to a little bit unintentionally. So a couple of quests I didn't finish. There were some quests I intentionally skipped because I didn't want my characters to do that, and the game was still playable, so it's fine. So again, you can do a lot of things, and while there's a certain way of doing them, fundamentally the game doesn't care if you do them, as long as you do enough. Same with the bloodstones. You need a certain amount of bloodstones to complete the game, but you don't need all of them. So you could make some choices, I feel, generally for role-playing reasons, that mean that you don't see certain bloodstones in your game. And that's fine. You can to a limited extent get away with that. So it's hard not to recommend this game, and I'm very interested in seeing what Divinity 2 is like. I've heard a lot of good things about it, so I expect they're more or less successfully done what I thought they've done. They had a solid system and they've developed it further to make it better.